Welcome back to Greensboro Coliseum, wave number 4 of stage number 1 of the 2020 National Ninja League World Championships. Once again, I'm Alex Cunningham, and for this wave, I am joined by a living legend, an OG of the sport if there ever was one, Travis Rosen.
Thanks, Alex.
Travis, thanks for coming.
Yeah, I'm glad that I can be here. This is exciting.
So, I don't know how much you've seen of the adult course so far. What are your just general thoughts on this course right now?
This is technical, it's fast, you don't have a lot of room for error. If you do, you are going to time out and not move on.
Hold on a second, I'm going to figure out which mic is yours. Testing. Okay, so this mic is mine. I'm going to up you a little bit.
All right,
say something.
Hello, testing.
There you go, that's much better.
All right.
There we go. And obviously we have our live stream people that'll take care of us if we really need to change things. We have a nice little tree at the beginning of this wave. We are joined by Team France. For the first time, French Ninja League qualifiers are joining us. And the first of these qualifiers is Thibaud Picard, known as TibFit48 on Instagram. He is also a CrossFit trainer. We're right here.
I see, okay.
He was looking good on forward progress. Okay, there we go. It's not a difficult... wow, he's moving right through the lily pads. And daftly, if I might add. Receiving advice in French, so...
We're not going to translate that, but it's probably, you're doing great. Go fast.
I mean, that's really the name of the game here. Go fast. And I would really like to have seen him go on that last jump. But he's got the right idea.
Yeah, that is one of the downfalls that a lot of ninjas find. They are in the middle of the course and they take extra swings.
Go! I do know ale, 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 which is go, 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 go. And that is great advice because he's down to 15 seconds.
He's doing good.
And that is a huge hop. Actually, he might be okay. He's got to go right now. Yeah. And you know what? Those extra swings on Arielle Barrel is arguably what cost Thibaud Picard a clear on stage 1.
Yeah, it really does come down to seconds on this course, as we've seen with just the few finishers we've had so far.
Next up, Dimitri, and I've been regretting having to pronounce this name, Houlet.
Maybe.
I don't know.
I did take French in high school, but
I took Spanish,
that was
so I trust
by
you.
Japanese in college, so I don't quite remember.
A little more applicable to Ninja, you would think.
Yes.
Well, the accent over the E, I would
He slipped
seem
on
to
the first obstacle.
Geez,
His
wow.
foot might have touched.
Well, incidental contact with the ground is okay. Per NNL rules, all incidental contact legal has to be weight-bearing in the discretion of the referee. So Dimitri looking good so far, a little slower through lily pads, but really those lily pads barely moved. On to Arielle Barrel, and this has been the killer. About 50-50 clear rate on this obstacle through the first 3 waves.
He really is going to have to go this swing right here.
And he does. I think he can really go right now, but he's going to go on this next swing. Which he does.
There it is.
I'd like to see him dismount right here. So he's taking extra swings. Somebody needs to communicate that we need you guys to go like really fast. European stage 1s are often kind of longer 4 or 5 minute stages, so maybe
nice
out of their
grab,
element
nice
with a
grab.
70-second stage. Oh, dang it. That was a great run, though. So far, so good. Maybe not clears quite yet, but good showing so far from the French contingent.
Yeah, they're doing great.
Tony Foos.
Your guess is as good as mine.
Trains at District 30, which is the sort of the flagship of the French Ninja League.
So Jesse Graff is his big inspiration, for good reason.
Yeah, he's also a firefighter back home. Certainly the ropes of this course will prove no issue to him, I would assume. Thankfully, we do not need to be putting out fires while you have to hang on swinging barrels, so he's good in
Also
that.
says
Wow.
he is a race car driver. He needs some of that speed right now.
Yeah, already down to 39 seconds, taking it nice and steady. less of a NASCAR and more of a Sunday drive right now for Tony.
All right.
Makes the catch.
Really, as soon as he catches that, he needs to get aggressive with that swing.
Yeah,
right away.
I don't know why these first competitors...
Oh, that was right to the head.
Oh, goodness.
That is why
Thank goodness he's okay. Man, I was scared. Almost gave himself a pile driver there, but he is okay. Really, after seeing Arnold injured, I kind of hold my breath every time somebody falls now.
Yeah, I'm always thinking of injuries.
Well, you especially.
I've had a few injuries in my day.
Yeah. I do want to relay. Arnold, I believe, has a dislocated shoulder.
Oh no.
I will keep you updated on his condition. Nicholas Serquant may not be familiar to our American viewers, but he was one of 2 ninjas this season on Ninja Warrior France to conquer all 4 stages in the grand final.
It's incredible.
Him and John Tezanos, both incredibly strong ninjas. Sort of a Jeff and Isaac situation. It was ultimately Jean who did it faster. But Nicholas is an incredibly strong ninja. I would assume this is his wife, Melanie, supporting him on the sidelines. One of these 2 ladies.
He's fairly tall, too. That height is definitely going to help him.
I'd love to see him go in one more swing.
Wow!
He just one-handed that.
Come on.
One more landing. And he's great on time. He's learned from the other Frenchmen that have run a moment ago. Now, will he also learn about St. Lawrence Gap? That's a beautiful kick.
Nice.
He's got it. 17 seconds to go. Reaching out to the rope.
If he just takes his time here, he should be able to do it.
He's going hand over hand. That's the static. 10 seconds. Now he's got to jump, but he's a little sideways. He's got to go on this swing.
He's got to go.
Yes, but dismount! Oh, no. Wow. He got sideways because of that static, and he couldn't dismount in time. Absolutely devastating.
That was pretty incredible.
All right, we're going to mute for 1 second. Next up, we have Manuela Malam. She is also a gymnast, and we've seen a lot of gymnasts. I mean, I'm talking next to a former competitive gymnast. Really, we're seeing a lot of gymnasts now because of these weird movements, like the one she's currently on Forward Progress, become really applicable to ninja.
You know, that is the crazy thing. Any little...
Dang it. And she was actually the female champion for the French Ninja League, so that's a bummer that we saw her go out so early.
Yeah, I was about to say, any little mistake, can trip you up and you get stuck, and unfortunately it leads to mistakes like that.
We see Nicholas Serquant right up there with the top ninjas. Still only 8 through stage 1, but a lot of elite ninjas getting to fidget finale and just not familiar with those fidget spinners. And we actually have our next competitor, Paul Vigneault, on the course. He was the men's champion for the French Ninja League. Really instrumental in helping get this French Ninja League, National Ninja League partnership going. So very glad that he made the trip. They're really struggling so far on lily pads. Good job.
Nice. Right into that.
And he's got a great swing. Paul, incredibly talented. Of course, we just mentioned winning the French Ninja League Championship. Also a coach at District 30. I want to say I'd really like to see him go.
Yeah, he could have gone right there.
And he maybe only needs one more swing to dismount. Oh, he's gonna no! He knew he was crunched for time. That's tough luck, man. And he's really disappointed, and I would be too. And unfortunately, we will not be seeing any French World Champions this year, but almost certainly we'll be seeing Nicholas Serquant at least in that top 35% for the strongest ninja this year.
Yeah, and I think that was a great example of, with ninja, you have to be so decisive. You need to go when it's time to go and hold on when it's time to hold on.
Yeah, exactly right. Back to the Americans now as Brittany Holterman kicks off the American contingent in this wave. She trains at Legacy Gym MKE. Can't say I'm familiar with that. She is a Division I college basketball player. Oh, I take that back. It looks like we have a scratch for Brittany Holterman. So we are on to Soren Kaponen, known as the So-So Ninja. Well, you cannot be so-so if you want to clear the stage. And that is, in fact, Soren on the start line. Looks like we got everything sorted out. Trains out of his home gym, as so many do. I mean, less training out of home gyms now than, you know, back when the NNL started, because when the NNL started, there were maybe only a handful of facilities or anywhere in the world. But now a lot of people coming out of these gyms, getting on these gym teams, forming communities. But there's still places for, you know, the backyard charm.
Yeah, definitely. It's great to mix it up with the gym community, but oh no.
Oh, and he used his hand, and that's going to be disqualification. That is a feet-only obstacle. So as soon as he touched down, that was the end of Soren Kaponen's World Championship.
And, you know, I know a lot of people at home are watching this, and they love Ninja, but it really gives a better idea of how hard this is, because truly any little slip-up and you go home, and these competitors put a lot of work, a lot of training into this, and it just takes one little slip, and it's next year.
Yeah, unfortunately, we've seen a lot of top athletes go down so far. Really, in my head, like, the athletes that, you know, I don't want to say that.
All right.
I was about to start, like, indirect shade and, like, you know, maybe I'm better off. Jonah Bohannon trains out of Tenacity Training in Paducah, Kentucky.
Yeah, not far from me.
Oh yeah, you're in Tennessee, right?
Yeah. Paducah's about 2.5 hours from where we live.
I have family in Murray,
Okay.
Kentucky, so not too far.
Again, he's got a nice wingspan, tall Ninja here.
You can see he's repping Tenacity. Good swing. I'd like to see a dismount, and there it is. Careful now. Oh, wow, he's having a lot of trouble getting onto those lily pads. And then, of course, proves me wrong and just breezes through the rest of them.
He really does need to go immediately into the next obstacle as soon as he clears, though, because those small split seconds really add up. Oh, wow, I don't know.
Wow, what a great catch. Kind of caught it low.
He's got to be a little more aggressive here.
Gets a great grab. I'd like to, but he's kind of cattywonker. He's going to take an extra swing. Every extra swing takes away a couple of seconds, and you're only given 70. And now he's gotten really low on that rope. Smacks into the pad. As long as you don't use the pad to your advantage, you're allowed to keep going. And now down to 10 seconds.
Oh,
comes up short. Dang it. That's a bummer. Still a solid run from Jonah. And we're on to Tricia Bielmir from Modus Ninjas out in western Missouri, kind of in the Kansas City area. Kansas City kind of still on a championship high from a couple of weeks ago, but
yeah, I would say so.
I'm sure they would love it even more if they could get a ninja championship out there. I mean, in addition, I don't think we're bigger than the Super Bowl just yet.
Yeah, it looks like she was a multi-sport athlete, level 9 gymnast, soccer player, even track in high school.
And like many great ninjas, was a pole vaulter.
I know. I think I see a theme.
Right? Lists Michelle Warnke as most inspiring ninja. I would agree. Good start on building blocks. Up to forward progress. Got to get those knees into it. Grab kind of the front there. There we go, getting a little better grab.
There she is.
Really needs to build up that swing. I would have liked to see her dismount there. And she does.
Nice.
Really, I think the athletes, more than anything, are going to learn about commitment this weekend. All those extra swings adding up and costing them time. On lily pads now. And she's through. Down to 23 seconds. That's about the maximum amount of time to beat Arielle Barrel. She's got to move if she wants to clear. Down to 12 seconds.
She's going to have to go. There it is.
Great grab. Building up that swing with the legs. But unfortunately, that is the end of her time. And I wonder if she's going to go for the jump.
Oh.
Ah, dang it.
Excellent attempt.
Tough luck from Tricia, but every event is a learning experience. Not only did she learn, but she also beat 3 obstacles, which is more than like 95% of people could say last year.
That's true.
Brad Martin out of alternate routes. Really, again, maybe not a name that's necessarily familiar to the folks at home, but a guy who's been in this community for a very long time. So very glad to see him here competing today.
Yeah, and obviously being a dad myself, I always love seeing other dads out here. Said he's got a 2.5-year-old daughter at home.
We do not have a 2.5-year-old division yet. That's a little extreme. We do start him young at 6, though. So make sure you do support our younger athletes. Streams available, same place you're watching this one. Slowly going in to the lily pads. I see. I hadn't put a name to face, but I recognize this guy now.
And for the people watching at home, they might look at the lily pads and say, oh, that's so easy. But one of the tricks with ninja type events is you have to go fast, 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 and then you get to one of these balance obstacles where you have to go slow, otherwise you are going down. And it's such a mental shift. It's pretty
kind of wondering if we're going to see people try to run down the middle at some point today, and I don't think they're going to make it. And unfortunately, Brad tried to front grip that second barrel and wasn't able to hang on as Brad Martin's run ends. It looks like we're having a quick NinjaWorks discrepancy, but we got it taken care of. We got Noah on the case. The entire family that runs NinjaWorks, incredibly smart. And I tell Carl, you and Renata could not have possibly made dumb kids. But Noah and Caleb, they are incredibly intelligent. Noah really helps out a lot, as does Caleb, with NinjaWorks. And we really appreciate all their help with getting everything to run nice and smooth this weekend.
Are there any Mensa ninjas? Is there a Mensa ninja yet?
I don't know.
That could be them, maybe.
Maybe, yeah. Here's Whitney Miller, who trains out of I-Corps. She's a pastor's wife and a homeschool mom of 3 kids.
So she knows hard work.
Absolutely. You want to talk underappreciated jobs? Mom and teacher and homeschool mom.
And ninja.
And ninja, right? Well, I don't know. Ninja, you get a lot of appreciation.
That's true.
Very supportive ninja community.
Oh.
And you know what? You try to kind of one-side it, almost like a wingnut, and I think the vastly more successful competitors have been going one hand on each side. Now is Shlomo Weitzman. His ninja nickname is Shlomo. Original. Trains out of Ultimate Ninja Chicago. Qualified here today by coming in 3rd place at a different Ultimate Ninjas out in St. Louis. And that was a really tough course down there. And a pretty good field, actually. So Shlomo is definitely a talented ninja. Could see him go all the way here today.
Interesting tidbit says that he is the only boy in a 6-girl family.
Oh goodness!
No, Shlomo.
Ah, dang it. You tripped on that last block trying to get a good jump. Landed a little forward.
Yeah, he was already eyeing the rope, and his foot just slipped right off.
You know what they say in sports? Don't take your eye off the ball. Don't take your eye off the obstacle.
I can't tell you how many times in my ninja history I've had a mistake because I'm looking at the obstacle beyond the one I'm doing. And that's the same type of principle right there.
Exactly right. Even obstacles as simple as that, we take a lot of these simpler obstacles for granted, but they can trip people up. As we see Roger Maddox now on the course. Trying to build up a swing here on... Oh, wow. Great save there on the second of the 2 swings on forward progress. A little sideways, though. And he makes the save. Lily pads now. Love the orange kicks. Much appreciated. We were the Tigers back in high school, so I have an appreciation for anyone who rocks the orange and black. And he's got a great swing here on Arielle Barrel. I'd like to see him go, and he's got it. He's looking good.
Yeah, he really needs to get aggressive on that swing, though, and go for it.
Really, it's a multifaceted obstacle. this tricky lâché, yes, but also that tricky swing that not a lot of people have practiced before. I really would have wanted to see him dismount there. He was doing really good on time, and unfortunately just used up a lot there on Arielle Barrel. He's got to move, and he's gotten really low on that rope. Getting really spun around, inside of 10 seconds now.
Getting gassed out a little here. Oh.
And he comes up short on St. Lawrence Gap.
It's a good try from Roger.
And you might be wondering, why is it called St. Lawrence Gap? I'll tell you why. It is because it is sponsored by where St. Lawrence Gap is located in Barbados at the Ross Trevor Hotel. So thank you to the Ross Trevor Hotel for sponsoring this obstacle. Make sure you go check them out if you ever want to visit Barbados, and you totally should, because I've never heard a bad thing about it.
I would like to.
Right? I was going to try to make time this year and just got a bad schedule and wasn't able to make it. Lauren Keene trains down in Texas at Ninja Nation and Obstacle Warriors. Lauren Keene. I might have said Keenan. Oh, and you know what? She tried to reach, and I think her backhand just kind of slipped as she was going for the grab of the next ram. Luke Corona, and you're going to hear this crowd get loud in just a moment when he progresses through the course. The Warrior Factory contingent out here in full force this weekend. Lists Jeff Brayton as the ninja who inspires him most. I'm sure you're very familiar with him.
Yes, I am. Jeff's a good friend, great competitor, obviously.
Kind of getting photobombed by Dave Kozak right there. 71 years old and still competing. Good for you, my man. He ran earlier in the mature division, or the Masters division. Thank you.
Maybe I shouldn't have retired.
Oh, careful now, Luke. Careful. There we go. Much better. Now he's got to see, he's really bending that rope. And you want to keep those ropes as straight as possible, because you see, once they start bending like that, that's when you start losing momentum. And this obstacle is all about momentum.
It's really going to have to go here, but...
Well, momentum and commitment and laches, and body coordination, really just everything. And unfortunately, he wasn't able to make the lache between those two barrels, and he has been eliminated.
You know, something with Ninja Warrior, I've been telling my son this, who's been training for years, and
he competed earlier today, correct?
He did, yeah. But split second makes all the difference. You know, that's why you work speed, you work reflexes, because even 0.1 second, you know, can be the difference between making an obstacle and unfortunately falling like that.
And as the next competitor, Dylan Tester, runs, the best competitors always learn from the other runs on the course.
Exactly.
Dylan trains out of Center Court. Center Court Mount Olive, to be exact, as well as Skylands Ninja Warrior, both NNL facilities. Dang it! And I bet one of those two is going to be building this after another elimination at the lily pads. A difficult obstacle that, you know, maybe not a lot of people are familiar with. Kind of that shaky, springy step.
Yeah, and you know, when you're nervous, you have to go slow like that. It really is much more tricky.
Oh boy, wait until this next guy comes into frame. It's Jackson Twait. He is a character, but he's also a guy who likes to go fast. So this might be a stage for Jackson Twait. Certainly would like to see him be the first clear in several hours. Yeah. Oh, but he goes right away. I love his time so far. I'd like to see him go on this swing to keep up that momentum.
Nice.
And he does. Jackson Tway looking great so far.
Yep.
Oh, a little shake on the dismount. That's okay. Now get nice and high on this rope, which he does. And now he's leaving him. Oh, geez, almost caught in that rope.
That was a great
but
save.
he makes the jump. And he's got plenty of time for fidget finale. Now just don't rush this, and you should be fine. Take your time. Although he did jump pretty quickly there.
He's
getting a little sideways. And now he has 10 seconds to dismount, which he will do easily.
Nice.
There we go. Jackson Twait. Our first clear in several hours. We didn't have any last wave. Now we have one for this wave. Jackson Twait is our 9th clear of the day.
That was great. Jackson did an incredible job. And I've heard it for years through my ninja career. You know, when people do the course well, they say, oh, looks so easy, and Jackson made that look easy. We know it's not. There's been a lot of quality competitors who haven't made it, but
really,
Jackson did a good job.
Casually strolled through that stage.
Yeah, he did.
And still had plenty of time left. There's been a lot of talk about the time limit today and yesterday, but he just breezed through as we see Frank DeHaan now. Known as Frank the Tank, trains at Jungle Gym down in the Tampa Bay, St. Petersburg area.
Says he plays disc golf, kind of similar to lily pads.
Trying to get a big swing here on the Arielle Barrel. Well, I was going to do it once. Arielle Barrel. That's on me for making a tongue twister obstacle name.
Wow.
Wow.
That was an incredible
That was a close
save
grab.
There.
Great run so far. We could have 2 in a row for the first time this weekend if he completes this obstacle. But it's looking good so far. Has the right strategy, and I think he's starting to figure it out. Little shaky. Uh-oh. He's kind of caught. Okay, well, there we go. Down to 10 seconds. He's got to go on this swing, and he can only really take one more swing. He's got to go right here, which he did. But he was a little sideways after that second one.
Yeah, he really needed to get a pull on that rope to set him up a little better off the first fidget spinner.
Dang it. Frank DeHaan, though, might not be showing on our leaderboard presently, but that was a fantastic run. And this was his first time ever qualifying for the NNL, so.
Oh, he did great.
Yeah, great job.
You know, there is a lot of pressure. People are out here having fun, obviously, but there's still a lot of pressure, and he did great.
John Uga trains out of Gymja Warrior and TA Fitness. And I got the thumbs up from Kelly, I assume because I pronounced that right. Becky.
His favorite
I haven't looked this way like all wave.
Says his favorite ninja is Najee Richardson,
who just did a meet and greet up earlier in the press box. There was a line all the way around the press box. So the Ninja fans here in full force. Again, rocking the orange Xanties. I'm a little jealous. Our Ninja Works rep for this wave, Becky Mathers, watching intently. I got her to crack a smile.
I think he could go right here.
Oh, wow, that's a great swing.
There it is.
And a great jump. I'd like to see him dismount, though.
Oh, wow, that was close.
Shaky, but he's good. Now nice and high. He's actually looking really good right now. Got the jump. A little crooked, a little shaky. Oh, dang it. But
he had an excellent run going. He just rushed that grab for the rope. Just a little bit of grab for the fidget spinner.
Next up we have Elijah Bell, a man formerly known as Baby Bell. This is no baby anymore.
Do you know that I once had hair that long? I truly did. Long before Ninja days.
See, I try to grow it out, but it just sort of ends up looking like a mullet, and then I had to keep cutting it, and like that defeats the purpose, so I just gave up. Elijah's been a top ninja for a number of seasons.
I love the aggressiveness already. He had a low grab on the rope, which helps him go further out on that first grab on forward progress. Nice and calculated here. You know, especially on short courses like this, people underestimate.
Oh, wow, he could have gone right there.
The value of breathing. He just needs to keep breathing as he goes through this.
Oh, dang it! He was doing so good and just messed up the jump. I thought for sure we might be seeing our 10th clear of the day there. That was a fantastic run up to that point.
Oh, this is... Next competitor goes way back with me, Todd Bourgeois. Longtime ninja competitor. He and I would typically share the Southeast region.
And I tell you what, you may not be familiar at home, but he was in 4th place overall in Season 2 of the NNL World Championship and cleared Stage 1 in Season 3. He was actually the first person to clear. Todd calls himself the Cajun Cowboy. Trains down in St. Augustine, Florida. So there you go, Southeast for you. We are technically in the southeast region of the NNL. Oh my goodness, and he slipped.
Oh, Todd.
He slipped again. Ow.
Oh.
Oh,
That's
dang
too
it.
bad.
I was really hoping he would have a good run here today. But you know what? I'm seeing a lot of smiles on faces even after fails. Big hug from Kevin Carbone and Jake Murr. Jake Murray's going to give him some love as well. Ah, rats. We're going to go to Ryan Chow now. Even though he qualified by beating the entire course at Life Force Ninja, he actually competed in our international qualifier just as a tune-up since he is located in Vancouver, Canada.
Wow.
Trains at Momentum Ninja.
It was a very fast pace. He had to
he was
settled there.
And he was in 3rd place overall, so he was motoring in that qualifier. A lot of Momentum Ninjas here today, so thank you guys for coming all the way out. Oh man, he's kind of getting, there we go.
I
Needed
like,
a second to adjust the grip.
I like his sense of urgency. He almost slipped off on that second grab right there, but
A nice 2-footed takeoff as he has
that's great.
tons of time. This might be the top time if he clears, but Fidget Finale is no joke.
Yep.
Seen about
He needs to be square here.
50-50 as a clear rate. He has time. He has loads of time.
It's just about keeping square.
10-second warning has begun. Oh, but he's crooked. There
it
we
is,
go.
there
Hit the
it
buzzer.
is.
Thank you.
2 seconds remaining. Excellent job.
That is clear number 10, Ryan Chow. Welcome to the Big Boys Club.
Oh, next is,
Oh boy,
A
we're going to
ninja
hear the
that
crowd
I
go loud in
think-
a second here once they realize who's at the start line.
I think he needs no introduction. I think he hails from an island, perhaps.
At one point, anyway. Currently out of Texas.
But he is known as the Island Ninja, Mr. Grant McCartney.
Joined me on he joined me on commentary a little bit last year. I told him doors open if you want to come back. He said he would, but focusing first on competing. Grant's a guy who loves to have fun. He's a character. He lives the ninja spirit, but when he gets on the course, he means business.
Well, and I know he's really been working hard, trying to up his ninja game, to go even to the next level. He does have fun out there. Oh, nice.
I'm sure he would want me to mention that he's repping the bigger ninjas, and they kind of have an advantage.
Nice.
No, Greg, not your attention. Grant McCartney's running.
Grant. Come on, Grant.
There we go.
Yep. He
Oh,
just
get
needs to
around that
keep
rope.
focused.
Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez.
There
Oh,
it
he's
is, there
good.
it is.
Let's go, Grant. Let's go, Grant.
All right. He
Come
just
on,
needs
Grant.
to commit.
Come on, Grant.
Oh,
Come
he's
on,
got it. He
Grant.
coulda-
Come on, Grant. Let's go. The floodgates are officially open. Grant McCartney, clear number 11, and in a great time. That's actually his second time clearing stage 1 in the NNL World Championship, and we'll be seeing him tomorrow in stage 2.
And he didn't even need that last swing. He could have gone immediate dismount. Just shows how much extra time he had.
We're seeing kind of a log jam at the 101 mark, and then Ethan and Joe just breaking the door open on time. So we'll see if more ninjas kind of congregate to that area of time as we go to Sarah Heeson now. Very instrumental in the Obstacle Academy team. I don't totally know the difference between her role and Sarah Showbox's role, but I know that both of them super influential up there in Minnesota, and they have a fantastic program. Just opened a new facility, and there's a huge obstacle contingent making the trip. Obstacle Academy contingent. Oh, that's an interesting strategy. She just pushed off the block. That's completely legal.
Yeah, actually, a lot of the teens have been doing that. I've seen earlier today.
Oh, I see. She's probably been coaching them, so that's probably where she learned it.
Could be.
You know, we're a football field away from the teens division.
Oh.
Can't front grab it. You cannot front grab it.
So many times instinct takes over, and a lot
Yeah.
of times you want to just grab on top, but that is not going to work, unfortunately.
Tough luck for Sarah, but she was pretty fast. You never know. That might end up mattering for her top 35%.
Yeah, she had a really good pace going, so
Well, our next ninja has been to the danger zone. It's Aaron Easterling. I say that because he lists danger zone as his ninja nickname. I'm not just making a reference. Trains at Flipside Ninja Park down in Arkansas. Has a black belt in Taekwondo and is an Eagle Scout.
He is aggressive. I like that.
Certainly, this course rewards the aggressive ninjas. Certainly, two of the most aggressive I can think of are at the top 2 of our leaderboard right now.
Says his favorite ninja is Kayla Bergstrom, who's one of the new youngsters to the sport. An incredible 19 or 20-year-old.
He'll be running later today. Ah, the hat goes. That's a DQ. I'm just kidding. We actually have smart rules here in the NNL. That's a shot to people who I'm sure are not watching. Oh, he's really low on time. Catches that bar. Running with an upside-down run bib. Oh, wait a minute.
Oh.
Oh, well, he's trying. Good effort. You really have to go on that first shot because that's where all the momentum comes from. Really looked like he almost would have had the second one if he had his legs in the right place.
Yeah, there definitely are many ninja obstacles that you have to commit. You have to go that first try because if you don't, you pretty much get dead in the water.
Matthew Zelaya in his first year in the NNL. Yeah. Says he trains at every gym in the area and did not mention which area. Appears though he's a Northeast ninja. Oh, goodness. That was scary for a second, and unfortunately Matthew eliminated on forward progress. On to Hunter Swan now. A guy I think, judging by the Stanford shirt, I think I've seen this guy competing out at Apex quite frequently, as well as Traverse Fitness now in that San Francisco area.
We've actually competed together on A&W.
Nice. In what region?
I don't remember. I think it was Southeast.
Okay.
I don't remember if that's where he was from, though, but we competed together.
Well, maybe he's, and I was going to say maybe he's originally from there and goes to Stanford, but obviously if he's over 21, then maybe he's, I don't know, a Stanford employee or alumnus. Wow, that is very smooth through forward progress. Interesting choice of attire. Got like the work pants, work shoes on.
There's a nice belt.
Oh, actually, those are ninja shoes, my bad. Kind of like a form-fitting shoe. I'm colorblind, so I thought they were brown back there, but they're actually red.
See, I like the swing that he got there, but he needed to get it going right from the get-go.
Oh, there we go. I really like to see him dismount here, but he's going to take one more. No, he's not.
That's nice.
And that is why I'm a commentator and not a clairvoyant. Although being a clairvoyant would really help with this job, I would think. Hunter Swan now on St. Lawrence Gap, and he's caught it.
Just barely.
Catches nice and high so he can get a big swing on the fidget spinner.
He could potentially get this.
A little crooked.
He needs to get it straight.
Makes the catch. Immediate dismount. Wow. Hunter Swan, clear number 12.
That was incredible.
And I tell you what, as these waves go on, we're going to see more and more and more athletes finishing this course. Ordering a little different this year because it was based on the first 250 to register versus who was not the first 250 to register. But at this point forward, everyone who's competing will have more points than the previous person. So there was talk back in the lobby that we might not see 20 clears of this course. And I think these last few athletes have proven we're going to see a lot more clears as the day goes on.
Yeah, and I loved Hunter's sense of urgency. Had he taken even one extra swing, he might have timed out on that, but he knew he had to go. He made the necessary corrections, and he hit that buzzer.
Josh Halberstadt, one of the coaches out at Gravity Forge.
He's actually a 4-time National Ninja League finalist.
Listed Matt Bradley as one of his 2 most inspiring ninjas with Jackson Erdos. Matt, unfortunately, suffered an arm injury yesterday, was considered to be one of the top competitors here, and unfortunately won't be able to compete. Wasn't medically cleared, so that's super unfortunate. Josh, you would think, wants to do this for Matt. I mean, for his students too and for himself, and unfortunately just kicked that barrel. It got awkward, and
Yeah, if he wouldn't have
has an
kicked that,
elimination.
you know, the few inches that it was out from that kick may have made all the difference right there.
You see right there, 12 clears still. Justin Visco had a fantastic run earlier, I thought could have cleared. So he could be at 14 or 15, but you can't play the could game because, in my opinion, you have to play it in reverse. You know, what if somebody didn't make a great save on an obstacle? As we see China Hart about to take the start line once we get Arielle Barrel all reset, which we have done. And here goes China. Looks like she's also out of flip side ninja part. I think. Looks like the flip side logo. Great movement. No, it's Austin Ninjas. I'm sorry. Down at Austin Ninjas. Fantastic facility down there. And obviously Austin, Texas. They have a pretty strong contingent here today. Moving well. And she's actually going to two-footed rotate that fourth step. That's interesting. I do like that strategy, though. Although it does take some time. Getting a great swing here on Arielle Barrel. Great catch.
See, this is where that core strength comes in so much, because to get that swing, she really needs to be kicking those knees up right away.
The hips.
Oh, excellent grab.
Grabs. If she dismounts, she's going to be one of the very few females to beat this. And she only is going to get one more swing.
She's going to have to go.
Ah! Dang it. She did. You could not tell from that angle, but she did not. She did not cross the front plane of the obstacle.
She was.
And unfortunately, China was that close to
was
being the second woman. I think second woman today to beat Arielle Barrel.
That was a great run.
Of course, we're going to be seeing a lot of very talented female, or really all of the females are talented that made it this far, and guys. Let's not discriminate. As we move on to Arora Rahman. Let's see if China has paved the way for Arora to make a good run. Little slow. She's going to reach out on that fifth step and grab the rope. And now she's having trouble grabbing forward progress. And she's got it. Come on, Arora.
She's going to really have to trust her grip and just keep those steps moving.
And here comes the one-sided approach, trying to wing nut. Now, there we go. That's the right way to do it. Although she's already grimacing. It's not a good sign. Gotta get the knees in. There you go. Ah! And she didn't get a good release. And that is it, unfortunately, for Arora.
You know what I love about Ninja, and you could even see it on her face there. There was nothing but fight.
Fight,
you know?
and passion and determination.
To the end.
Exactly right. And we're on to Becca Margiles, perhaps? One of the people behind Life Force Ninja. They had a really big contingent here today. A lot of kids competing up there in Bellingham, Washington.
Said she had a career as a snowboarder, competitive career, snowboarder and mountain biker.
Well, snowboarding certainly requires an intense amount of balance and momentum, so hopefully that's applicable. But she's kind of getting like a crooked swing, kind of diagonal. Missed the grab, almost kicked Joe Dubuque.
Yeah, she's really getting stuck here.
Kind of getting like circular, and that's not where you want to be. Come on. Now she's got the right idea. These rams aren't supposed to swing side to side, but if you really force them to go side to side, they will, and that's ultimately what cost Becca her run. But a big smile on her face. Her first world championship. Hopefully she'll be back. And now we're on to a man who knows a thing or two about beating stage 1. In fact, he almost beat stage 2 2 years ago. And that was the last time he competed because he worked the event last year. It's the bug man, Derek Matthews.
Definitely up here having fun, you can tell.
He's part of the Real Life Ninja Academy staff. He's primarily at Windsor, where he is their new event coordinator, course designer. They hosted a fantastic competition just a few weeks ago.
So you know what I love to see? Out of 10 years of doing Ninja, I was a little bit more of a serious competitor. I love seeing guys out here who they're having fun, they're pumping up the crowd. That didn't come quite as naturally to me. I was very focused. But everybody has their different styles.
Exactly. You gotta get your game face on. You know, not everyone's a guy who's gonna come out in a costume, get the crowd excited. But
trust me, it's a good thing that I didn't stand up there and dance for people. It's a very good thing.
I'm sure you would have been fine. And here goes Derek Matthews. Oh, I take that back. I have just been corrected by a friend of mine back home that texted me. He failed the swivel steps last year, so that's my bad. I tried to cover for him. He's got to get a little more in the center on the lily pads. There you go. Derek building up a swing. Good grab, good grab. He does readjust, and now he should jump right here.
Oh, wow.
Oh, and he's the first today, I think, to successfully front grab. Maybe the second. I feel like one other did it.
That was really impressive.
All right, well, 24 seconds. He's running low on time. He's got the bar, moving fast. Very excited crowd behind him. And immediately goes for the fidget spinner. 10 seconds left. Swing to go.
Oh,
Makes the catch. Take his extra swing if you need it. He doesn't need it.
That was an excellent run by Derek Matthews.
And I'll let the crowd speak for themselves. They're excited. Huge hug. And you can tell Derek is so excited to have cleared. And I tell you what, I'm going to be excited if our next competitor clears. It's Andrew Karsen.
Oh,
Here's
Andrew.
another OG.
Andrew goes way back.
Oh,
to
yeah.
the very beginning.
Yeah, absolutely. The boot camp years.
I remember watching the very first season of American Ninja Warrior, wondering, could I do this crazy sport? Seeing a guy named Andrew Karsen.
And here he still is 10 years later. Took a little bit of time off of Ninja. Showed up unannounced at Grips in October. Took down the whole competition. And I tell you what, he is as strong as ever.
He's very strong. He's a fellow dad representing out there.
Yeah, I believe his son is also a Ninja competitor. And a great swing here by Andrew and a great grip as well. Now get that head under so you can see the next barrel. There it is. Get the jump. Wow, that was close.
Incredible. Look,
almost knocked his glasses off. And he corrects.
Oh.
And, dang it.
You know, you can almost wonder, did the glasses being a little off?
Yeah, I mean, that kind of might have took his attention. That or it took his attention. And just wasn't really paying as much attention to staying on the dismount. And that's really unfortunate. Although I certainly think our next competitor can clear. It's Verdale Benson, Ninja V, or the Beast.
I will say, if he clears this course, I might challenge him to an arm wrestling contest. But I think he will beat me.
Well, I lose to like the preteens in arm wrestling. And, no.
Verdale. He got a little off balance on the dismount. And unfortunately, went into the lily pads quicker than he would have liked.
Yeah, kind of a last-ditch effort. Kind of had no choice there. We're on to Julia Lott, trains out of the Ninja Shed. Apparently, I would assume run by her husband, who is the Shed Ninja.
She says he is her inspiration.
I think that's up in Michigan. I could be wrong. I feel like I've seen them on Instagram. Now
so really, ideally what you want to see happen here on this first obstacle is get speed on the building blocks and to swing you up.
Really having trouble grabbing.
Progress.
I think something came. No, okay. I thought something came off on the ramp for a second because she was really grabbing around that pivot. And now she has like no momentum, unfortunately.
It was a good try. Good try, Julia.
Just kind of got caught up, and sometimes those early obstacles take you out when you're not expecting it.
Yes, they can. I know from first-hand experience. One season, unfortunately.
Yeah, that's kind of my life, unfortunately. As we move on to Michael Abelian, who trains at Real Life Ninja Academy Hamden, as well as their new Freeport location. Also listed Movement Lab in New Jersey, kind of the ground zero of ninja as a sport. If you ever wondered why we have this 3-stage competition, it was Pro A&W weekend at Movement Lab, New Jersey. And unfortunately, Michael out early as he couldn't control himself on lily pads. And we talked about competitors that get excited. Our next competitor, Colt Scott, whose name I am not going to read because it's a little PG-13. But in addition to competing on A&W, also competed on Ultimate Beastmaster.
Yeah, season
2. Do you want to do that, or do you want me to do that? I guess I'm doing it. So he wants us to shout Mr. Dawson. I don't really have a voice left because I had to shout a lot during the opening ceremony to direct traffic, so I apologize that I only casually said it, but I did get it on air for you, buddy. And I tell you what, these taller competitors having an advantage on Arielle Barrel, they can get a better reach up. And they can wrap their arms around dead hang, and there's his head below the barrel.
He's going to have to get it going quick.
Oh, nice save. Gets the grab. Got to get around the rope. There we go. Feet behind him. Makes the grab.
That was an excellent throw.
We could see our next finisher here.
He just has to make sure not to rush, but he does have to go quick. It's a fine line.
He can take an extra swing here. He has time. Makes the grab.
Oh,
he's got
to
dismount
go right here.
Oh, and he hung on. He didn't have the time to correct his dismount. That's so unfortunate.
So disappointing for Colt. He thought he was there. We thought he was there. And just a little bit of a wonky swing.
We've seen a couple competitors today not commit to that landing.
Now, I will say, he was swinging crooked. Had he gone for it, he could have potentially hurt himself. So that might have been
that might
right
play
call.
in, like if you're hovering over concrete, like, I don't think I can sell out for this. Although we do have carpet bonded foam back there, but you never know. Henry Ferrarin has already done better than he did last year. Congratulations, buddy.
Henry is a long-term.
I only say that because I know he can take it.
Henry, a long-term ninja competitor.
Competed back in the first season of the NNL World Championship, back when it was just NNL Finals. But now the World Championship, truly a global event. Henry's certainly one of our biggest ninjas. About 6'4", 6'5", an elite basketball player back in his day. Currently a elite youth basketball coach. He's also a coach up at Grit Ninja.
Yeah, I'd really like to see a lot of these ninjas go immediately into this as they come off the lily pads. Oh!
Dang it. I thought Henry might even have an advantage on that obstacle, but unfortunately not to be. We're on to Jay Maher, who also trains at Grit, so I'm sure Henry would be very pleased to see him clear. And he says that he's beaten the Angry Birds multiple times, so there's a lot of weird swinging on this stage. In addition to just the finish spinners, we have that very difficult kind of thick lâché, and obviously this. But most of our competitors have been getting through.
Oh, Jay.
And I have jinxed him. That's my fault.
So, that really is just, it's one of those fine lines a ninja has to know, that speed that you need to get through the course, but not going too fast to where you make an unfortunate mistake like that.
Yeah, really.
I'm definitely looking forward to this next run.
Kayla Bauer from Rock Solid Warrior just down the road.
It's definitely one of the new stars, I would say, in the ninja circles. Very strong competitor.
I tell you what, clearing this stage would be a breakout run, although we kind of had to start lily pads a little earlier than expected. Oh,
good correction.
boy.
That's a good correction.
And I tell you what, I thought he was going to take a second after that obstacle out of being a little frazzled, but he's going right for Arielle Barrel. Knows that this is a tight time limit, and he wants to get as much time as possible for the back half of this course.
Oh,
dang it. He had
Caleb.
the right idea, but it was just a little low, and dang it. Well, points above. He knows he's been given a gift of ninja, but sometimes just can't always put it out on the course.
What I love seeing, too, are ninjas who are using their platform out here to raise awareness for other issues. One of Caleb's big thing is bringing awareness for GCT ovarian cancer, something that his mom has been battling.
Well, I'm very glad you mentioned that. Haley Alicki on the start line now. I know, I was getting there. She's her own person. I don't have to have the first thing I mention about her be Connor Galvin's girlfriend.
So actually, Haley is a competitive bodybuilder. So hopefully that is going to help her here on the course. But she's a little stuck.
We mentioned core strength. Hopefully those muscles aren't just for show. Dang it. Well, there's not lacheying in bodybuilding. Tough luck for Haley. Gets some love from Connor. We will be seeing Connor Galvin run later. And now in a run I'm very excited about, Troy Helming, who is the oldest competitor in this division. Even though he's 51, he is still competing and competing at a very high level in the adult division. A couple podiums out west at Apex.
Yeah, maybe, like I said before, maybe I shouldn't have retired. Some of these guys showing me what's up. It's good pace so far.
It's known as the Solar Ninja. You can see he's wearing a Solar Ninja t-shirt. He's got the sun going. That's a cool cool design. He's got to get onto that second and then kind of lean over to the third. There you go. He's thinking too much about the third step, and that cost him a couple seconds. And every second counts on this course, as we've seen. He was also a world champion collegiate cheerleader. Calls himself a real-life Tony Stark. He's going to have to get inventive here as he's running out of time. And he went for one hand and then the other. Maybe if he would have done it simultaneously, he would have caught it, but that is an extremely difficult obstacle. Still, got to give mega props to Troy Helming. As we see some whistles from the Level Up crowd, it's another hometown guy, Daniel Champagne. No, it's not. Zachary Cashett, that's him. Daniel Champagne was a scratch. What? I don't know. He's listed next. Becky, our resident New England.
So once again, we saw Ninja taking their eye off the step, looking to the rope, and the foot slipped right off,
hugely
unfortunately.
We're on to Mason Troutman. We saw Clark Troutman compete earlier and do very well getting to the end of stage one, as you hear the kinetic ninjas right behind me. We also a little fun fact about the Troutman brothers, they qualified at the same facility in the same event.
Wow.
Both Clark and Mason qualified at Dexterity Depot back in November. Well, we saw good things out of Clark, and Mason is able to clear stage one and gets a little bit of sibling bragging rights. Something I know nothing about.
Some of his interesting tidbits says he can do a 15-minute dead hang and a 13-foot wingnut lâché.
And a 10-foot lâché to a reverse grip as well. So with those kind of lâché stats, you know that he's liking the fact that you have those weird fidget spinners at the end and that weird thick barrel lâché in the middle of the course.
You know, one thing I'll say about this course, we've got an obstacle like Arielle Barrel that I would imagine a lot of these ninjas haven't done many things like this. So it's very true to the nature of our sport that there are things that you can train and replicate, and then you get to a competition and there's something potentially brand new.
And a lot of that is, you know, not only looking to your other competitors, but applying the other skills that you've learned. You know, maybe you haven't done that exact kind of obstacle, but maybe you've done something similar. maybe you've grabbed a thick log and gone across it or tried to dismount off of it. So you're just applying everything that you've learned as much as you can to try to beat one of these obstacles that are new to you. And we're about to see what he's learned as he attempts Arielle Barrel. Great grab here on Arielle Barrel. He's got a great swing as well. We talked about his excellent lache ability, and he makes the jump.
He really does need to be
He's not good
moving,
on
though.
time. I would have really liked to see him dismount. Both Paula and Scott Morrison running the sidelines, coaching him. Down to 18 seconds as he's got to grab that bar, and he does. 13 seconds. Great kip, and it was too high.
You know, as he was swinging, as he was sliding down that first descent, he had such an arch. I was like, he's going to go straight up. Unfortunately, that's what happened. Didn't get enough distance to grab the next bar.
On to our last, possibly two competitors. I have two more in this wave. I don't see our last competitor, but here's Cameron Drake, very talented ninja out of Florida, trains at Jungle Gym, a fantastic facility down in the Tampa Bay, St. Petersburg area. Oh, okay. So we're actually going to have two more competitors in this wave, and I do see our next athlete warming up. Cameron is a very talented ninja, had one of the most interesting qualifications of the season at Level Up just down the street. Or no, not Level Up. It was at ATP, I think, where he was actually the first alternate. Kaye Alexander declined his spot because he didn't want to qualify until he was in the top 3.
Oh.
Dang it. So he gave his spot to Cameron Drake, who was here today, and unfortunately wasn't able to beat Arielle Barrel.
Still a great try from Cameron.
Well, no woman has beaten this course yet, and if anyone's going to beat that woman, it might be our next competitor. It's Olivia Vivian, who is the only female ever to beat Stage 1 in the National Ninja League World Championship. Adult female, anyway.
Yeah, like she's definitely shown that she's got the skills, she's got the strength. Hopefully she can just pick up where she's left off.
Joining us from Australia, just recently relocated to Brisbane. She was also a college gymnast at Oregon State and was an Olympic gymnast representing Australia in the 08 Beijing Olympics. And the barrel's not reset. All right, then. Still kind of swinging. That's interesting.
She handled that
I didn't see if it wasn't reset, but you see Jesse Lebrecq, Mike Ravert giving her advice right there. She has the time if she goes for it right here. And it slips out of her grasp.
Oh, excellent run, though. She had a great pace. Had she grabbed that, I really think she might have been able to finish that course.
And now we see Judas Liccardello. We mentioned him in Wave 2. Am I allowed to say why he didn't make his Wave 2 run? And so this is the last runner, Judas Liccardello, who was supposed to run in Wave 2, got bumped down to Wave 4 due to extenuating circumstances. I'll leave it at that. Judas, of course, the top point getter in the adult division, as he is about to take on Stage 1. You know, this has been in his head for a couple hours. He accepted his award for regular season points leader last night, also received a $1,000 cash prize. He'd receive $5,000 if he won here today.
And you know, you said that the course has been in his head for a couple hours. Ninja is such a mental sport. A lot of people don't quite understand how mental it really is. It takes so much focus and so much mental preparation. You obviously have to do all the physical work, but
and you have to know how to complete the obstacles as well.
Yeah,
and we've talked a lot about, you know, learning by osmosis, watching your other competitors, applying your skills.
Yeah, Judas is doing a great job so far. He does need to be a little more aggressive here.
He needs to get that undergrab, and he's got it.
That was great.
He's got to dismount right here.
He's got
and he didn't.
He's got the
all right, he's got to move.
The rolled up jeans look going.
Has to go right now on St. Lawrence Gap. And he does. Feet behind him. Good kick. Makes the grab. 10 seconds left, though. No
really
time to waste. Oh, and he's running out of grip. No. Never got a good grab on that first fidget spinner. He's going to finish out the fidgets just to prove that he would have done it if he had a couple more seconds. Never mind. It's his signature flip. He had to throw it in somewhere.
I'm sure many people know. First year, double dipper, Vegas finals.
He did that in a competition once at Connecticut and ultimately took him out.
Yeah, he did that in the finals. I wouldn't recommend it, but it was impressive.
Well, that is the end of Wave 4. We knew that there were going to be more clears. We got 5 of them, and there were a lot that made it close to the end. So that is hopefully going to inspire a lot of hope for our ninjas in the last 3 waves of competition.
Yeah, that really helps everybody's confidence, saying there's a lot of people who've been doing this, we can do this. That really, sorry, we were distracted by some impressive.
That was the craziest bait I've ever seen. But it's touch points, so you only have to get one side.
Very impressive salmon ladder tutorial that happened just behind us.
Wow.
But yeah, when you see a lot of competitors start clearing the course, it really does give you a boost of confidence. It really helps you understand, hey, this is doable, we can do this, and it can kind of open the floodgates to a lot more clears, which hopefully we'll see.
All right, well, Travis, thank you so much for joining us in the commentary booth. Feel free to stop by again.
My pleasure.
All right, and I've been Alex Cunningham. We will see you for the next wave at 3:30 p.m. So go get a drink of water. If you're here in the venue, go check out. Actually, we have all of the youth divisions. So I'm going to challenge you guys that are watching the stream right now. Go support a youth division. Go support our youth competitors. 70% of our competitors are youth. I was going to go help with the season 6 announcements. Because really, I want to see if he announces anything that I didn't know about. Because knowing Chris, he probably will. No. I'm about to be. All right, I'm Alex Cunningham. We will see you at 3:30. And go support a youth division right now. Go. Go. I command you.